Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Holly. Today I'm going to be filming another edition of my monthly Kit Smackdown series. If you're new to this series, it's basically a way for me to test out different monthly kits in the Erin Condren, sometimes in the Happy Planner, and I just kind of test them out for functionality, cost, whether I would buy them again, whether they work for me in planning my month. So I have several videos in this series in the past. I will link those down below in case you're curious. But today the kit we're going to be testing out is this Planner Gems kit. And this is her monthly kit. I got it in her glossy paper. Planner Gems is a shop that has been around for a while but took a long hiatus. So she took some time off because she had a baby, and she just fairly recently came back, and this was my first order from her since she's been back. So I just love this. I think it's such a delicate, pretty kit. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna start with these banners up here. Looking good. I loved this clip art. I actually got like a matching weekly kit that I'm gonna do some week in January. It's like slightly 2017 themed, but I didn't think it was like New Year's themed, so I figure I could use it kind of any month or any week in January, kind of as like a fresh start 2017 feel. I am excited about the start of the new year. I haven't really done a great job at setting any of my New Year's resolutions yet, but I'm gonna put this sidebar in, and this long one I'm gonna make my resolutions. I just need to sit down. I do like to set them and hammer, like just really, you know, like this past year I think I only did like half of my New Year's resolutions, but that happens. I'm gonna just move this down. I think I'm gonna do the two non-glittery ones at the top and then the glittery ones at the bottom. Her glossy paper is really nice. I'm noticing just a little bit of show through there, but I think that'd be pretty typical of any glossy paper, and it might not even show up on camera, to be honest. You guys will have to let me know, but yeah, I'm just seeing the gold. I could have whited it out, but I didn't bother. Okay, so now we kind of have the base of the kit down. Next I want to make, also I want to do the days that aren't in the month. So she has a strip here that covers the days up that aren't in the month. It does look like she has the calendars, which I really like. I'm assuming that if January had a day up here that was not in the month, the December calendar would be up there. January is just a weird month where it starts on a Sunday, so there's nothing to cover up there. But I'm assuming that's how she would do it. I'll check for her February kit, but I think I like having these here. I do think it's really useful. And then this one covers this day. Very nice. And then we have some holidays. I want to put those in. I'm actually going to skip the Hanukkah ends and Kwanzaa ends. They were both on the 1st actually, and I just don't want to cover up the New Year's Day one. And I don't celebrate either holiday, so I don't feel like I need to note that, if that makes sense. Oopsies. But I am going to put this Chinese New Year one in. Even though I don't celebrate it, nice to be aware. I'm realizing I forgot to put my paydays down. I'm going to go grab some of my little paper flags and do that quick. Okay, so we have those down. This is just a note for my sidebar, so I'm just going to put that off to the side. As you can see, this is kind of my first monthly spread of the month. This is how I do my pre-planning. I know it looks a little crazy, but I think like for my weekly, I normally just do it on a sheet of paper, but it's too hard with so many dates for the month to do it like that. So I end up doing it like this. So next I am gonna go through and put my paydays in. I guess I didn't need to add the flags, but that's fine. Okay, and then I'm also gonna take this day off flag because we do get the day off for the 2nd because it's like that's when New Year's Day is observed. I like that she includes one of these. I don't get the day off for MLK Day. We get floating holidays that I could use on MLK Day, but I'm gonna choose not to. And I think that's it in terms of any holidays or things like that I wanna note. Next, I'm gonna do my bills, get those down. put some of this here. I'm actually gonna write them all in. Well, let me do this. I'm gonna write them all in here and then I will lay down the bills because it's just easier to do it that way. Okay, those look nice. Next, I do want to use, she has these two really cute balloon ones, and I guess they could be for a birthday, but I'm going to use them. I have two different parties this month, so I'm going to mark those down. The first one is actually, I'm so excited, I'm hosting a brunch for some of my girlfriends, and they're going to try planning out. We might film it, TBD, but like one of my friends is like very intrigued by it. This is like my regular group of girlfriends that I go to happy hour with every month. And so they've known about my channel and all my crazy planner stuff. But so I'm excited. So I might do like a friend plan with me next week. We will see. But that is gonna be a lot of fun. So but I'm hosting it, so I need to do like, you know, it's a brunch, so I'm gonna do some pre-prepping with food and all of that kind of stuff. And then on this Friday, we have an engagement party for some of our friends, so that'll be a lot of fun. I feel like if I rush these, I'm worried they might smear. I just kind of get that feeling with these pens on the glossy paper right now. Okay, we're okay. Normally these pens don't smear, but I have to be a little bit more careful with it on glossy. Those are the Inkjoy gels, by the way, in case you're wondering. I get the 0.7. I've been playing around with the 0.5 in my personal planner because I always feel like my handwriting looks a little too chunky in there, but actually I'm gonna put a little reminder in first that it's Inauguration Day, no comment, but I just want to, because DC is going to be crazy. I work like 7 blocks from the White House, so I definitely want to work from home that day. So I'm just going to put a little reminder in here that it is Inauguration Day. And then what icon to use? I don't know if I want to match the icons. I kind of do. She has so many icons here. I kind of want to match the icons to she's got a good variety. I'll do the exclamation point. I'll take this party sticker and put that on top. So that'll be nice. Cute. Okay, and then we've got a bunch of different reminders here. So I did put in all of the NFL playoffs, even though my team is not in the playoffs. We actually have a game on the 1st, and I'm not even gonna mark it down because I'm just so over them. I think before I do all the playoffs ones, I'm going to do the birthday reminders first. So I am going to take this. So I'm going to do these birthdays. Yeah, so January is actually going to be a very weird month. The major thing that is not included in this spread is that I will be doing work travel, but I have no idea when it is yet, and honestly, I don't know where I'm going. I might be going to London, or I might be going to Southeast Virginia, or maybe both, but one of those is a lot more glamorous than the other, but that's okay. That happens. So I don't know when that is, so it's kind of driving me nuts that I can't like put it in here yet, but I just really don't know, so I can't, but that's okay. But so the month is kind of intentionally, I'm kind of holding on. I have a few friends that I do want to see for happy hours, but I'm kind of holding on booking those until I know when I'm traveling. I think there'll be some travel this week, possibly some travel that week. Hopefully that's it, but really don't know yet. So that's just making planning for the month a little challenging. Oops, I kind of drew into I did my Y too big, but oh well. So do this. Cute. Okay, and then I have a few other reminders. I'm gonna put the cleaning appointment in. So I have the trip, so I have the work travel, and then at the end of the month, as you can see, going to New York and we're seeing Hamilton. I am so excited. So that was my mom's Christmas gift. We're going with her, my stepdad, and Dan and I are going. And we kind of said, like, we have no need for stuff. She's been dreaming about seeing Hamilton. She found, like, I mean, they weren't cheap tickets, I don't think, but she was like, I'd rather do this than get you guys a bunch of stuff you don't need. So that was her like big gift this year, and we're going to see Hamilton. I'm so excited. I feel so fortunate and lucky to be able to go, just because I know it's like, obviously it's very hard to get tickets right now. So I'm really, really excited about that. So I need to mark down that vacation and Hamilton, obviously, in a little bit. I think next I'm gonna mark down my contacts. I think I'm gonna do those as like a little bar, because a lot of those weekends I also have football I wanna mark down. So I'm going to, oh wow, she even has a little eye doctor one. She's got a lot here. But I think I'm gonna use maybe like the thumbtack or maybe the calendar. I'll just do a variety here to mark all of my contacts down. Oh, and then I kind of forgot that she does have these like date covers. I guess I'll just use them decoratively. I don't really have any days that I need to block out. I could block out like the New York days. Maybe I'll do that because I won't be at work. So I'll lift this one up, because I didn't have any other day off stickers or like vacation stickers. So I think I'll just do one of these here. Do this. No, I'm gonna do the glitter one because it's Hamilton. And then I will do another one on the 30th, and I'll do the navy. I'm in love with these colors. I love like the blush pink with the navy. I think that's such a pretty combination. Okay, so I think all of the contacts are down. This does not want to stick right now. So I think next I'm gonna do the trip. Mark that out before I go in and mark down the little other reminders. So I put this down so that can go away. Everything else I think is here. So I'm gonna take one of these boxes for Hamilton. I kind of want to get out a movie marquee, but I also want to like stay within the kit. So I'm just gonna do this. And that definitely deserves some sort of icon. Maybe this one. Like that. And then I'm gonna take the vacation strips. Oh, I kind of forgot that they would be silver on silver, but that's okay. I'll take, does she have these cut? Is this all one long strip? Yeah, so. Do this one here. There's that. And then I'm gonna take the other strip and just do it on the other side, because we come back on that Monday. We actually haven't booked our hotel yet. We need to do that this weekend. That is a goal. Okay, looking nice. So now I want to somehow like mark down. We are probably taking the bus or the train. Let me see what kind of icons she has for that. She has a couple of cars, so I'll use those. That's perfect. And I think I'm gonna use them on these big flags because I just think they're cute, and that way this will show up a little better here. So I'm gonna take this like this. All the silver glitter is blending into each other, but oh well. And I'm going to put a car down. I'll do the gray one. So there is that. And then only thing I have left are marking down the football games and like, or like playoffs kind of weekends. And then I also need to mark down that my husband has an HOA meeting that night. So I'm gonna use this last flag for that one. For things that aren't like must do events for me, I tend to like to put them in like the top corner. I think it looks a little cuter to have something up there just for some variety. But then B, it makes it like makes it seem like less of an event. I don't know if that makes any sense, but she has these flags. So I'm gonna use this and just write in. But my husband's the president of our HOA, so I never go. He just goes for us because he has to be there. But I like to be aware of the meetings because in case there's anything we need to vote on, or he also tends to have to, that's like during dinner time, so he misses dinner that night. So that's why I put that in there. And then the playoffs, they haven't announced the schedule yet. My husband's team is in the playoffs. He roots for the Giants. My team is not, but I just really like watching football, so I might not sit there the entire time, but I know myself and know that I will want to be like aware of certain teams. So I'm just gonna mark them down generally, and then once the schedules are set, before I pre-plan my weekly spreads, I can look up who's playing when. Does she have like a TV? Because it could be cute. No, I think just the flags is actually fine. Okay, now the only thing I have left to do before I put in my date covers, I want to do the sidebar headers because I kind of forgot. I'm going to do the big list is resolutions. And this does seem to span, I think it spans the entire width. Oh no, it doesn't. It just spans the little cutout part. That's really cute. I like that a lot better than when they span the entire width. That's a nice little detail. And I want to do a to-do. I don't know where, I had that little note to myself. I don't know where it went. Uh-oh. I'll have to find that after this video and fill that in. I might have thrown it out accidentally. Anyway, and then I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna do a remember. So I have a few things that are more like reminders than to-dos. So I'm gonna do that. Perfect. And then next I'm gonna do these date covers. Okay guys, so I have those date covers down. I am loving how this looks. I think this looks so, so pretty. I love this clip art in general, but I think the way she pulled it together is just stunning. And let me show you what we have left for the kit before we get into kind of what I thought and my take on it. So I used up pretty much all of this sheet. I have like some of these strips left here. Then I have a few date covers, some sidebar stuff, some canceled, rescheduled here. For the date covers, I'm not gonna put them down because like I said, I am anticipating some work travel and some of it may be like just a quick day trip as well. So then I could use these to kind of block out the day. So I won't put those down yet. Then I'm not gonna use anything on this sheet because I just don't have any more paydays and I probably wouldn't mark down a sick day. Then I have a ton left here in terms of icons and little date or event stickers and some of these. I'll save these and use them when I book a happy hour with my friends. Like I said, some of that is still up in the air. She has some really cute little martini glasses, shopping. God, she's got everything. Oh, I kind of want to take this little musical one and put it here because it's for Hamilton. Because it's a musical. I thought that'd be cute. Okay, she has seriously everything. So let me get into what I liked and disliked about this kit. Okay, so what I liked about this kit, I thought this kit was crazy functional. It is a full 4-page kit, and I know some of the kits I've evaluated are only like 3-page kits, but here, I mean, across the 4 pages, you have everything you could possibly want. Look at this selection of icons. You have so much. You have some really cute event stickers. I love that she had some slightly bigger ones and then these 2 bigger boxes for like more like parties or really important birthdays, that kind of thing. I love that she had those half boxes. Like, but you had everything that, like, everything I typically look for in a kit this had. It had, obviously, the covers for the top, Just to note that it does not say 2016 or 2017 in this case, if that is something you're worried about, so you could have gotten it and saved it for a future year. It has the stackable sidebar with the headers built in. It had separate flags. It had separate bill dues. It had holidays. It had the calendar. It had day covers, but I'll get to those in a second. It had date covers. And I just really love this. I thought there was so much here to work with, totally functional. I have a ton left over that, like I said, I'm gonna hang on to because I do have a few more things I'll need to add. But even beyond that, like I will still have some of these icons left, and you could pull these. These are really neutral, nice colors. I could pull those into spreads. So tons of stuff here, really, really great. I personally just really like some of the way she did it. I really like that she had the bill dues. I hate when bill dues have a place to put the amount due, just because that's not where I don't track that in this planner, and that's not like what I use this spread for. It's more to just check on the fact that they went through. So I love that there's like the little check mark, but not a place for how much is due. I love how she did the payday flags. I think those look really cute, and it's like still really catches the eye. I love the full boxes with the half boxes with the balloons. I like that she did like the really important holiday, like New Year's Day, as a full box, but then the other ones kind of as smaller stickers. I just think her design, another design decision I really liked. I love square date covers because they're a lot easier to place down than the round ones. And I love that she did them all one color all the way across. I just think that looks a lot cleaner and a lot neater. And so that's just kind of my preference. Yeah, like I really, really like this kit. This is a really, really solid option. I'm curious to see, one thing I don't think would be good for months that aren't January is to have such a big list. I would probably use it for like to-dos, but I'd rather have 4 separate sections here than have one really long one. But for resolutions, I think it's perfect. So I'll have to check on whether she's doing that for her February kits or not. But yeah, I think there's so much here to work with. I think her varieties of icons is the best that I've seen. This has everything I could want. It has cars, it has planes, it has 2 sets of planes, 2 sets of cars, for one on each end. It has meals, it has happy hours, it has doctor's appointments, it has little briefcases, which will be perfect for my work trips. Like, this is really, really solid. I really, really like that. And really, in terms of functionality, everything I could possibly want is here, and it's a gorgeously designed kit. So a ton of positives with this kit. I'll note one main negative is that, you guys know, if you've watched these before, I'm not a huge fan of date covers as deco. I would personally rather have maybe just a couple of these boxes to mark out days that you really actually want to block out. And then I would rather have these be like cute little clip art deco. When something's blocked out in my planner, I assume that the date is covered for a reason, that like I cannot do anything that day. But if I'm just laying this down as deco, then it's kind of like, wait, what's going on that day? Why is that blocked out? So I would rather have these be little clip art decos that you could kind of intersperse in the planner. And then really the only other minor negative I would note is the sidebar thing. Like I said, we'll have to check on for February whether she's gonna do, I'd rather just have 4 there, but it's so minor that it would not deter me from buying this kit at all. This is a really, really solid kit. So in terms of price, this was $16 for a 4-page glossy kit. I always say that I think a reasonable price for these, or an average price for these kits, is between $3 to $4. So that does put this on the higher end of kits I've reviewed. I personally think it's worth it because she really uses like every little wiggle room of space in here, and you really would get a lot here. But if you are someone on a budget, I do not think this is gonna be the best option for you. I think maybe going with like a 3-page kit. There are some 3-page kits that are like $10. So if that's a concern for you, I think that this is probably on the pricier end. But for me, like for a couple extra bucks, I'd rather get the extra functionality and have more than enough to plan out my month in the way that I want to. So I think the Planner Gems kit is a home run. I am really curious to see what she does in terms of clip art for future months. I loved how soft and pretty this one was. So I wonder if that'll kind of be her aesthetic with these kits, or if it'll be a little bit bolder. But I loved how I think this is really soft and pretty without being plain. So I think this was really, really solid. So So definitely a great kit. Let me know down below if you've tried out the Planner Gems kit and what you think, or if you've tried out any other monthly kits recently that I haven't reviewed and you think I should for the next couple of months. So let me know. And definitely let me know if you'd like me to keep doing these. I am thinking about retiring them. I think this is probably like my 12th or 13th review here, and I know some kits or some shops are starting to reformat their kits, so let me know if you do want to keep seeing these and I can keep bringing them to you. I do have at least one more scheduled for this month, and that'll be coming up soon, so make sure you subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.